Action. Control. Oh boy, that was one hell of a ride. Literally. Okay. Well, we got some catch up to do on the filing system, but seems like Father might be asleep. So I could start settling down. Well, actually, I gotta see what this house has. Yeah. Coffee maker, kitchen, TV's on. Multiple screens. They got a computer? I don't know what that is, but that's all pretty cool. I don't know why there's. Why is there advertisements on the thing? Why is Shadow not paying for my father not paying for? What is this? I don't know what these doors do, but okay. Yeah, no. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. This place is nice. I do hope we could go back to our original home and not have to hide out in multiple bases and multiple other homes. I should probably think about looking into that Maria situation. But anyway, so since I haven't explored the upstairs yet, let's do that real quick. And this. Oh. Look at that. They got an entire section down here. And a big spare room we could use. If we decide to stay here. Okay. Yes, I know, Xylo. We got important stuff to cover. I'm probably gonna have to empty that. Alright. Checkers. Oh, balcony. Very nice. Let's see what that place has. I do go back to that other home. I want to be able to, have my own room, just expand, I know I'm usually not here, but, Alright. Zander's log EOF, part 2. I've done a lot since the last entry, and it's kind of been a while. A few days, actually. Well, weeks. Months? It's been a while. That's the whole point. Anyway, let me go on the couch so we could not have any interferences. Anyway, so saboteurs still large at my world. Everything's still the same, but let's talk about what's been going on in EOF. And oh boy, there's a lot. Where do I start? Oh yeah. One big thing that happened recently is Manic got injured. I don't know how. I don't know what's the case with him. From what I'm hearing, he's a very important person in the castle and the world, apparently, like Chip. Which only makes sense, but it's kind of weird. And I've had kind of some issues with the royalty as of lately. Don't get me wrong, I love the royalty and all that. It's just there seems to be some secrets kept in this castle. And I don't really follow anyone's orders. That's probably why I'm not a watcher there. I'm a watcher, but I'm not a watcher there. I guess. But, what else has been happening recently? Relations have gotten better with people. I've noticed a better mood in the castle overall. Everything seems to be getting better, and nobody's trying to kill each other. That one Sonic that I've been talking about that has been at odds with that other Sonic, he seems to be turning to another Sonic, or just a... This, I don't know how, but he probably reversed his time. Something that happened to his past, and in his past. So, that I don't know how to explain it, but Xylo's seeing it. He does not look like how I see it. He looks entirely different, like he was blue from the start, instead of just being black with purple markings. But, other than that... Oh yeah! That's another thing. He's gained demonic powers and even gotten his chaos back, instead of ki. Somehow he's using stuff that's like EXE energy. Which probably brings me to someone who stands next to him, which is Crimson. She's an Amy that got turned into an EXE, but actually is surprisingly has a backbone, unlike the others. Like the other EXEs. They're like, oh, I'm threatening, I'm gonna kill you, and then, but this one actually is different. Well, I don't respect her in front of her face. She has done some things that have managed to both impress me and impress, how do I call him? What do I call him? Sonic Black? Black. I'll just call him Black for short. What else? There's a lot on that Amy, and she's managed to take shape and take form of Amy from EOF, or at least some type of Amy, so... And from what I heard, she's kind of trying to take control of Amy in times, trying to spy. Maybe it's time I start scanning people in case somebody's... Because Mephiluses do exist in EOF. There is a Mephilus that's popped up, but, all he's really done currently is steal some Sonic speed instead of trying to do anything big or major. But he did make the sky go dark for like a week in EOF. So, I guess he's got some sort of evil plans, I don't know. I'm probably gonna start on some emergency contingency plans, just in case, but not right now. Because we're talking about what's happened, not contingency plans on anybody. What else? Oh yeah. There's an upcoming tournament, I think, from what I heard. It's just whispers. I'm not sure what kind of tournament, but it's a tournament. What else can I remember off the top of my head from what I've been... Oh! I got a demon core from a Blood Reaper. That's the demons I was talking about, trying to talk about last time, but I couldn't remember their name. And it was not pretty. I had to get cut open. Well, actually, I kind of died for a moment. I was in between death, and I was in the dream world, from what I remember. I don't know if it ever got fully out. I don't know if it's gone, or if it's like cancer, and it's coming back, or whatever, but I seem to be fine. I guess Xylo's managing to push it out somehow or something. I don't know. My body feels fine. It wasn't fun, though. Oh, no. Xylo, why don't you take over for this part? This is more you than me. Alright. Xylo here. Switching for a minute. Anyway. Okay. Another incident happened probably a few weeks ago. Or I don't know how long ago, but come to find out, that EXE that hunted me and Zander, kid, a while ago and tried to kill us, forcing us to abandon our first home. That blue looking me, actually probably impersonating me. Yeah, he attacked us when Zander looked different. And Rosie was still around. I don't know where Rosie is, but that I digress. That's not important right now. Turns out he is my fucking brother from my world. I don't know why. I really don't. Oh yeah, and I got my voice back. I forgot about that. But anyway, turns out he's the reason why I'm like this. Unfortunately. Very unfortunately. Sucks, but, you know, I'll be fine. I just gotta kill him. Or find some way to kill him for good. Because he gained the Emerald Oak somehow. And, I managed to withstand his forms, seemingly, but I don't know if he's going to get any stronger. Because if I have changed, and Zander has changed, then there's no doubt that he's going to change too. I did somewhat withstand his attacks, like I said, but how long is that going to be, you know? But I have faith in you, kid. I hate to ask you this, but you might have to do it for me. As the reason why I even ended up in your body in the first place is I got killed by him. I probably got turned into this by him, but I was probably later... I don't remember correctly. I know he did this to me. I know he's the reason why this thing even happened to me in the first place. But... And then he probably killed me, thinking that, oh no, he would probably get too powerful to try to take me over and kill me. But, there's a rouge there that's, I think, from my world, and then I think of probably a blaze or something. I don't know. I don't know how many, because I know they're scattered. They're not at my world. My world's still there. It's just fractured. It's a lot, but my home's still there. Just Manic probably ruined it, or he ruined it, and I had to hide the location in the world to be safe. I'm hoping he doesn't come back, but if he does, we're gonna have to... Yeah, but I'll let you finish this entry, kid. Actually, wait. Before I remember something. We discovered a fire tornado inside of EOF. And... back when the kid looked different, when Zander here looked different, I shouldn't, because I was not, but I digress. Anyway, back when Zander was just first starting to travel, right? In another timeline, I think, or something, I was in his head at the time, so I remember it clearly. There was a variant of EOF that had non-stop blood reapers, demons, zombies, whatever. If you got infected, you were fucked. And it was a long ride. People suffered casualties, people died. I think a few figures that you've mentioned before have been there, Zander. Multi-Shadow, Multi-Sonic, even though there's fucking two of them. But I digress, like I said. I respect him. I respect him. He's a Sonic. He's got the heart. We've seen him in EOF sometimes. He's got the spirit. It's just he probably has a different story. I respect him. I just don't know why there's technically two, or why the multi's even a name, or why it's even I hate calling it multi, or I'm not even calling it universe here. But I'm getting off track. Point is, fucked up shit happened. People got hurt. People died, and I killed Chip there. I thought that was the solution to end it all, but no, it was not. Instead, I'm afraid that I might have caused something there that might come back to haunt us all in EOF. But I think that's it, kid. My 2 cents is done. I tried to kill Flame once too, but she wasn't... I thought she was the reason the zombie apocalypse world even existed. So I thought that was, But turns out she's future Chip, in a sense. I don't know how she got turned into an EXE, but I saw some of her origin story, and I wasn't sure if it was... Well, no, that was someone else. I'm sorry, I'm getting mixed up. That was not me. I don't know. But, yeah. After this kid, I'm gonna probably... Well, Zander. I'm gonna have a word with you. Okay, this is also this is outside of EOF, but still technically relevant. Shadow might not be my father. I mean, Shadow is my father, I'm sorry. But Rouge might not be my mother. Come to find out, in another adventure, Zanuck and Shock might actually be my blood brothers. Just, we have different mothers. Of course. Same father. Well, same mother? Different fathers? I think? I don't know. But somehow, some way, we might be blood brothers. So that's pretty nice. Speaking of, I gotta see how they are. I heard their story. I'll tell it later. It's more important if I get a visualizer to do that. But long story short, they're Xanax from Secret Rings and Shocks from Black Knight. So I keep their book around me at all times. Their books, so I keep them safe. Whenever they decide to go home and they decide to stay in their worlds. I actually was in the World Ring book at one point in time. I just didn't know it until later. Them two are a long story, but we'll get to that later. Or another time. For now, everything seems to be okay in the castle. Don't know about, certain things, but other than the Mephos being kind of a concern, and stealing some sonic speeds. What else is there? There's a new variant of Zanuck. And I'm not sure where he's from, but there's another variant. I don't know if it's new or if it's recent or whatever, but I'll have to see more about that. He kind of seems shady. What else? What else am I missing? Starting to get some of my powers back in EOF, like I said, or at least they're starting to become more effective. Oh yeah, I found out my blades enhance with demonic magic, and Zanuck apparently helped make this blade with Ward, I think. He's a very crafty person along with Ward, so I imagine they were friends. Not that I knew of. I was friends with Ward for a very short time, and he did me a lot. He did me a good service. And he even helped get my father back, so I'll get Saboteur for him. I will. I need some time. But for now, I found that out by stabbing Crimson in a fight. I was going to stab Black, but he dodged it and she got in the way. So, yeah, I found out that, I thought it was just me killing them before, and they dropped down and all that, but anyway, enough about that, put that away. That's enhanced with magic that or something. It's enhanced with something that apparently does not mix well with demons. What else? What else is there? I know I've been yapping a lot. I went to Prismaverse for a second. I'm trying to think of what else I've been doing other than all that recent stuff. Yeah, no, I don't. I think that's about it for now. I don't know what the status of the gods or quote-unquote gods but I'm still gonna act on my own volition. I may bitch, I may give them a hard time, but I actually do care. I just see some certain problems, like the fountain in the middle. It's kind of a liability considering that there's demons in that fountain, and yeah, I don't know if that's considered a world-ending event, depending on how many Sonics can and cannot fight against it, or whoever else, but still kind of a liability in my opinion. Forgot what recent adventures I might have been in that world, other than all that, but, you know. I don't know about Black Whip, but I've been able to feel my other powers. Don't know if it's either it's a power that's my own, or if it's my gloves, or it's some tech. I don't know. But I'll be fine without it. I could just levitate, either using Xylo's stuff or levitation. There's nothing else I could really say for now. Everything seems to be going okay. I'm going to be course checking there every so that ends this log for now, until I could start working on countermeasures in case people go rogue. Should have been doing that in the first place, but, you know, I'll be working on that. So, end transmission. Put this away for now. That's now recorded, but what do you want to say, Xylo? Alright, kid. Look. Well, you're technically my nephew or something, but look. I know how you think yourself to people in the world. I mean, I know we put up a very good fight against Black. We even went super without the Chaos Emeralds. We just had to take off your inhibitors, of course, for that. Yes? Yes! Okay, just give me a minute. 3, 2, 1. I mean, you... Looks like that testing succeeded, you know? You just gotta try to unlock your full power, because I have a feeling that you haven't. Most people, or I guess, should I say, most me's, I don't know if Shadows, or if your Shadow has it, but Hyper. Super Emeralds are probably locked away in this dimension and in EOF, but I suggest if you get to the Master Emerald one time, if you need to, that you use it. Because that could give you Hyper, that could, you know, along with the 8 Emeralds, I think, that makes Hyper. And that'll help you in a situation. Just want you to know that. But listen, like I said, I know how you think about yourself, kid. I know how you think when it comes to saving the day. You think you can't do squat, but like I said, you got feats of your own. You just have yet to make more feats. And it doesn't even matter. It's, you know, but if you really are worried about that, you always say, and you always talk about other people. You talk about other warriors, other guardians, all that. I mean, yeah, you're Shadow's kid. I mean, look, you have inhibitors. You could take them off. You could telekinesis them off. I don't know how you got Silver's ability, but that's another thing. But the thing is, using that in your other powers, because I don't know if they're my powers or if they're your powers, but you can do this. I have to say sorry to my Chads for that, because I almost wrecked the pool table. But anyway, I've know the way that you think of yourself. Like, you can't do this, you might not stand, but you can, kid. You always talk about other multiversal travelers, other heroes, or you always think about it. Like Dasher Sonic, for instance. How he stopped Fuhai, how he stopped Crisis, whatever his fucking name is. And you have the potential to do the exact same thing. You're Zander. You gotta start here from the ground up. I'm not saying don't guard EOF. I will gladly help you out in a sticky situation, especially the one with Rouge right now. But you just gotta... You are Zander, your Shadow's son. You always talk about the other ones. You always talk about the other Sonics. You always talk about the other Shadows. You always talk about... But you're Zander the Hedgehog. You can do great things. I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. I don't disrespect Ki all that much, because it is chaos energy in a technical sense, and it's like an alternative life energy source. But I respect you for having chaos energy, and, you know, because that, in my opinion, is more useful, especially if you get the chaos emeralds. You could get invincibility, which I know Black didn't have invincibility when we fought him because he was super and he didn't have the chaos emeralds, which I gotta find out how he did that, by the way, and you gotta find that out too, without the inhibitor rings someday soon. But I digress. This is your time, Zander. This is your time. This house, the things that we've done, catching Saboteur, Saboteur, we'll catch him again, and we'll get him. Might have to kill him, but it sucks, but we'll have to, you know, you might have did a lot of bad shit with Saboteur, and a hallucination might have occurred, and I wasn't able to stop it, which I'm sorry about that, but you can make up for it, and you could do great things, and you already have. Just gotta keep that momentum going. But that's all I have to say. This is your time, Zander. I'll always be here to support you, unless, you know... I'm sorry for hiding that from you, by the way. I was just afraid that the second that you found out that my folk were EXEs, that I was probably one, and I am one. When you were angry, I was afraid that you were going to find mine and you were going to kill them out of spite, out of rage. But if you ever have that rage again, like you did when Shock got hurt, and that voice called out to him, and he got revived, but you gotta use that rage for good like you did. You teamed up with Zanik. You took down a robot. Took down a annoying version of Eggman's robot. Or, because Eggman kind of won in that world. Zelltails. Pretty cool fella. Pretty nice Tails. Pretty cool little buddy. Just complex. I don't know where the other me in that world is, but like I said, I'm stalling for time. I'm sorry. Let me quit yapping, but yeah. Thank you for that. I know your name is Xylo, but I will acknowledge you as a Sonic, like I said. Or not like I said, but actually, now that I think about it, if you died and you got in my head, because I know Zanuck has something. I don't know about Demi Zanuck or specifically... Oh yeah, that's another one! Demi-Sonic. I forgot to mention him. I've seen him around a couple of times with Demi-Sonic. They're, I guess Demi-Sonic's more of a guardian, Demi-Sonic's more of a teacher. I mean, not teacher, learner? I don't know, but I hope to know more about them. They're fine fellows from what I've seen. I think I met one more Demi, and that was Demi Silver. I don't know, but I still have yet to talk to them and, get all. But supposing that, because I don't know, but if that voice was somebody living in Shock's head, what if a god died and attached itself to not only Shock but Firestorm, right? Because Demi-Sonic has someone. Because I know there's an energy, but I can't tell who. I'm not saying it's Firestorm specifically, but it might be. Because I've seen Firestorm too in EOF, but because he's hot, he's a World Ring guy. He's pretty cool, right? What if there's somebody living in not only Xanax's head, or our Xanax's head, this universe's Xanax's head, but Shock's head too. I gotta explore that. But, you're right, Zylo, I might work on a couple things, and, yeah, thank you for that pep talk. I really needed it. I might, like I said, I might bitch others around, but I'm getting off track again. It's important to have those moments, human moments, Oh, Mobian moments. I get it, I'm just trying to wrap up this yapping session I'm doing to myself because nobody's here. Come to think of it, I'm never really with anybody on my adventures. I gotta take Shock and Xanax somewhere. And oh yeah, they said they found a new person. I forgot. Somebody to add to a squad. 2 people to add to a squad. And another person that's like me. Shadow Sun, just from another universe. Or probably from this universe, now that I think about it. I don't know what god's living inside of Xanax's head, but if world rings are connected, and because Xanax got world rings, Firestorm's got world rings. What if some versions of, or a version of somebody died and implemented themselves into their head? That's what I'm gonna ask, but for now, let's tuck that to bed. I am probably gonna, like I said, be a bitch to people, but I only want the best. I just, I didn't mean to make that Shadow and Prismverse be like, say, oh, well, sorry, Maria's dead, but he was kind of pissing me off. He was edging, pause, he was being an edgelord a little too much for my liking. And in my opinion, Prisma Sonic deserves a break. He lost his speed. He got injected with a virus that's affected him very much when I was there. Yeah, no, his Shadow gives him too much shit for all that. My opinion, but for now, I guess I'm just probably gonna tuck into bed. That was a yapping sesh, but it needed to happen, honestly. I'm sorry if I'm focused on the mission a lot, Zylo. I am trying to, of course, you're right, though. I should probably start here, try to start small, try to start helping out more in EOF. Just gotta be careful, because, like I said, start small, start building up, because I think that's how Dasher Sonic did it. Last time we saw him, he was without his markings. I hope he gets his markings back, or his powers at least, if he doesn't have them. But anyway, for now, I'm just gonna either hit the hay or